What was to sell?
Vendere.
Vendere, good. And he sells, she sells, it sells?
Vende.
Vende. What is he selling? What is she selling?
Che vende? Che cosa vende?
Good. Che vende? Cosa vende? Che cosa vende? So this we added for ere and ire verbs to get the he, she form. Vendere, ere verb. Vende, he sells, she sells, it sells. But if we have an are verb, we will use a to show that it's he, she, or it. So what is to speak?
Parlare.
Parlare. So if you wanted to say he speaks, she speaks, or even it speaks?
Parla.
Parla. She speaks a lot. He speaks a lot. To say a lot, you can just say very.
Parla molto.
Good. Parla molto. Good. What was to eat?
Mangiare.
Mangiare. He or she eats a lot.
Mangia. Mangia molto.
Mangia molto. Good. And mangia is spelled M-A-N-G-I-A. No, so again, G-I just giving us the soft J. Mangia. Mangia molto. So we saw until now the endings that we used for people, that we've been using for people with the verbs o, I, iamo. No, they work for all the verbs. It doesn't matter if it's an are verb, an ere verb, or an ire verb. But with the he, she, or it form, we have a difference depending on the type of verb. Are verbs use a, and ere and ire verbs use e. How would you say, what is he talking about? You can say, of what he talks, of what she talks.
Di che cosa parla?
Good. Di che cosa parla? Di cosa parla? What are you talking about?
Di che cosa parli tu?
Good. Di che cosa parli tu? Di cosa parli tu? If you wanted to put the tu there to be more emphatic, no? What is she eating?
Che cosa mangia?
Che cosa mangia? Cosa mangia? How was when in Italian?
Quando?
Quando? When does he eat? When does she eat?
Quando mangia?
Quando mangia. Good. So for our verbs we have a for he, she, and it. He wants, she wants, it wants is vuole. V-U-O-L-E. Vuole.
Vuole.
So that's he wants, she wants, it wants. So how would you say, what does he want to eat? What does she want to eat?
Che cosa vuole mangiare?
Good. Che cosa vuole mangiare? When does he want to eat? When does she want to eat?
Quando vuole mangiare?
Quando vuole mangiare? When has he eaten? When has she eaten? Which sounds a little weird in English, but it sounds perfectly fine in Italian. In Italian, that would just sound like when did he eat? When did she eat? So, when has he, has she eaten?
Quando ha mangiato?
Good. Quando ha mangiato? What has he eaten?
Che cosa ha mangiato?
Cosa ha mangiato? Che cosa ha mangiato? Has he eaten already? Has she eaten already?
Ha già mangiato?
Very good. Ha già mangiato, and già of already and già of mangiato is spelled in the same way, no? G-I-A, even though we don't hear the I there in either. Ha già mangiato. So to want, the to form is volere.
Volere.
V-O-L-E-R-E. So again, before we related this to volunteer. When you're a volunteer, you do something for the wanting of it. So you can just think of the beginning of volunteer, vol, made into an Italian verb, volere, to want. But then the versions we get from this are a little bit all over the place, no? So we have I want.
Voglio.
Voglio. V-O-G-L-I-O. Voglio. We want.
Vogliamo.
Vogliamo. You want.
Vuoi. No. Vuoi.
Yes, even more irregular. Vuoi.
Vuoi.
V-U-O-I. Vuoi. So we still end in an I to show that it's you, but quite irregular. Vuoi. And then he wants, she wants, it wants.
Vuole.
Vuole. So not an easy one, no? This verb. You will notice most of the irregular verbs in most languages are the very common verbs, no? Like want, for example, verbs you say all the time, like saying something a lot seems to wear it out, no? And the form's easier. What was why or because?
Perché?
Perché. So per meant for, and che, what did it mean?
What?
Or what else? So when we say why, perché is like for what? But when we say because, perché is more like for that.
Okay.
So che, you can also use it like that, no? In the sense of, we want to see the books that you have bought. No? We want to see the books that you have bought. That there is just che. So how would you say, we want to see the books?
Vogliamo vedere i libri
That
che
you have bought.
hai comprati.
And why did you match it, comprati?
Because of the books.
Do you do that automatically because you have books? When do you match your ato, ito, uto, when it's with to have?
Just when we have them, li.
Exactly, lo, la, li, le, no?
Okay.
Otherwise we don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
So, you have bought is just
Che hai comprato.
good. Vogliamo vedere i libri che hai comprato. We want to see the books that you have bought. She wants to see the things that we have bought. How would that be?
Vuole vedere le cose che abbiamo comprato.
Very good. Vuole vedere le cose che abbiamo comprato. Very good.